welcome to this beautiful sunshiny day right here on the Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia. Welcome to the Stan Sports social coverage of today's Tasman Fighters Ring of Fire event, headlined by the one and only Opetaia taking on Hussein Cinkara. My name is Maria Rakowski, and to my left is Ted Kofi. Let's have a look at this amazing stacked card.
And what an amazing card it is, Maria. It's going to be stacked from top to bottom, with culminating with Opetaia versus Hussein Cinkara for the IBF and Ring Magazine Cruiserweight Championship of the World. I'm looking forward to this one.
I think the whole world is ready to see what we have in store. So let's get straight into the first fight that is about to happen. Taylah Gentzen versus Jessica Adams. Over to you, Rob.
Right here on Stan Sports. What a great card we have here, culminating in the world title fight between our champion Opetaia and Hussein Cinkara from Turkey. This one for the IBF and Ring Magazine Cruiserweight title. Right now we have our opening bout. Taylah Gentzen, Jessica Adams. The tale of the tape, 4 years in the difference. A little bit of reach goes to Jessica Adams. Weight exactly the same, and the records very, very similar, 7 to 8 fights each. This one, our opening bout.
Let's welcome to the ring, Jessica Attitude Adams.
Jess Attitude Adams being trained here right on the Gold Coast, trained by Ben Sava from Undisputed Boxing. She's brought a crowd with her. That's great to see. She faces Taylah Gentzen in our opening bout of the evening.
And now let's welcome to the ring, Taylah Swifty Gentzen.
There we have it, Taylah Gentzen now making her ring walk. She fought earlier this year against Shauna Brown right here at the Gold Coast in this convention centre on the previous Opetaia fight against Claudio Squayo. She now finds herself against Jess Attitude Adams. Taylah Gentzen recently fighting for the Australian amateur titles as well to make nationals. But here she finds herself in an 8-by-2-minute round bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ring of Fire. It's World Championship Boxing from the Gold Coast Convention and Exhibition Center in Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia. We get things started with 8 2-minute rounds scheduled in the women's lightweight division. It is being brought to you by Tasman Fighters in association with Gold Star Promotions, along with their great sponsors: Experience Gold Coast, the Ring Magazine, and Riyadh Season. Our 3 judges assigned will be Chris Condon, Philip Holliday, and Sabrina Kerr. Our referee in charge will be John Watson. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, she comes to the ring wearing green with gold and weighed in officially at 61.06 kilograms. Hailing from right here, Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, she has a professional record consisting of 3 wins, 3 defeats, 1 draw. All 3 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Jessica Attitude Adams. And her opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. She comes to the ring wearing black with purple and weighed in officially at 61.05 kilograms. Coming to us from Ipswich, Queensland, Australia, she has a professional record of 7 wins, just 1 defeat. 3 of her 7 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Taylah Swifty Jensen.
Boxers. Boxers, you know the rules. Obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, back to your corners.
Here we have it, the opening bout, Taylah Gentzen versus Jess Attitude Adams. This one over 8 2-minute rounds. Rob Scheif joining me in commentary, the IBO Cruiserweight Champion of the World, the former legend in Ted Kofi. To his right, the IBF regional title holder, Mariah Turner. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Stand production. This is the opening bout. Jess Adams, Taylah Attitude Adams. Jess just in the green trunks, white gloves, just taking center ring here. Nice right hand gets through from Taylah Gentzen in the green trunks with the purple trim and the purple hair. She's now got a good little combination there from Jensen as she starts to impose early in this first round. 8 2-minute rounds. The girls are no feeling out period, just starting to box straight away here. Again, Adams just using a reach, staying center ring here against Taylah Gentzen. Jensen in the black boots with the black rival gloves. Jess Attitude Adams with the white rival gloves. Good opening first bout from the girls. No feeling out period. They're happy to trade early.
I think it's a good feeling out round. Taylah Gensen's got the forward pressure, so it'll be interesting to see how Jess will come out in the second round. Maybe just move a bit more on the back foot, but she's pushing forward still.
Yeah, Jensen definitely starting to impose her will now at the back end of the first round. Jess Attitude Adams knows that 30-second warning bell's coming here. She doesn't want to have Jensen steal the round, so she's starting to fight back. Great little right hand over the top of the guard through the clinch. Jensen really starting to get comfortable now and could be stealing this opening round here at the Gold Coast Convention Centre. Great work there from Jensen as she finishes out the round. Her corner, very experienced, Jess Cashman, Mark Evans. Jess Attitude Adams, obviously, with Ben Sava, Cutman, Stephen Edwards there. Very, very experienced corners for both girls as they'll listen to instruction here. Opening round sets the tempo for the fight, and both girls very busy in the opening exchanges. So great stuff here. Gold Coast Convention Centre. Tasman Fighters, Stan Sports, bringing it to you live around the country. This one on socials at the moment as we get warmed up before we go to our pay-per-view event, which we encourage everybody to make sure you check the QR code there and get on board. Round 2 about to get underway here. Taylah Gentzen quick across the ring out of the corner. Just realising, just getting straight on the jab there to keep her at distance. Just trying to stifle any opening exchange in that second round. trying to establish a bit more ground back here in the second round for Attitude Adams. She pushes forward now. Nice little inside slip, uppercut, right hand over the top of a low left hand there from Attitude Adams. She's going to have to keep her guard up. She swings wildly, Mariah, but the girls very much trying to figure each other out here in the second.
Yeah, I think Jess has come out really good behind her jab. I think she should really stick behind the jab. She seems to have a bit more longer of a reach than Taylah, so I think the jab's really working for her.
She's taking her head off the line when she's throwing that overhand right, Adams. She must feel like she needs to impose a bit of will here, Ted. Jensen finding her lacking coming in out of the clinches. Watch again here. This is the first time she hasn't punched out of the clinch, Jensen. So she's finding a room there. Great levels there. Overhand right, uppercut on the inside, then right hand back to the body. She's starting to get comfortable as Jensen. And the reason being is both of these girls have done many rounds together. Great right hand comes through. Jensen now got Attitude Adams on wobbly legs as she pushes her to the neutral corner. Imposing her will here late into the second. Ted, what does Jess need to do to get back into this round? Left hand dangerously low, Mariah. Jensen finding a home for that overhand right.
Yeah, I'd love to see Jess just move around on her jab a little bit more.
Wow, great second round there. The fight caught fire in the back half of that. Ben Sava very quick to calm Jess Attitude Adams down and start going straight into instructions for the third. As you can see, he's keeping his left hand lead forward and high to make sure that overhand right doesn't get through again from Jensen. Jess Cashman in the corner there with Mark Evans for Jensen. They're telling her to keep doing the same thing. She's doing great work here at the moment. Ted, what do you want to see out of Jess Attitude Adams here in the third?
She's got to match up punch to punch, take the center of the ring like she's been doing. As she starts to throw the combinations against her, she needs to hang on to her and not give her the opportunity. Sorry, not give Jensen the opportunity to throw so many. To give her the opportunity to not do so much good work. It's a good competitive fight.
Yeah, there we have it. Great comments from Ted Kofi, the former IBO Cruiserweight champion. Third round underway. 8x2s, this one contested. Jess Attitude Adams back to center ring, green trunks, white gloves. Jensen, again, the overhand right finds a home. That left hand has to come up, Mariah.
Yes, yeah. Block, move out of the way, jab and move would be really good for Jess to be doing right now.
She needs to get behind the jab a little bit more. It's a feel-out jab, and Jensen knows it's got nothing on it. She's happy to run straight over the top of her. There, oh, beautiful little check switch hook there. Great stuff from Jensen. She's feeling comfortable now. Attitude Adams really has to bite down, believe in herself, and stick to the game plan. Confidence levels building for Jensen. She's finding second phases. She's happy to stay in the pocket. Oh, a little bit of a head clash there from the girls. Overhand right from Jensen gets through again. Adams just, he's not keeping that left hand up. She's the taller girl. She needs to get back on that. Right now, it's all Jensen. Oh, punching at will and finding a home. Adams needs to find something. She needs to dig deep. Jensen gaining in momentum. Mariah, what are you seeing here at the moment?
Yeah, Jensen's really starting to stand her ground here, and really she's a dominant fighter over these last 3 rounds. So I'd love to see Jess just be more persistent with her jab, nice stiff jab.
She needs to throw them in bunches. At the moment, Jensen's comfortable. She's throwing 3s and 4s. That was a significant overhand right from Jess Adams. Her most significant punch of the rounds to date. But so, just after the bell there a little bit. No love lost between the girls. But the referee straight on top of that. Great 3 rounds here. Mariah, what are you liking so far?
I really like the way Jensen's moving. She's very strong, in and out. She's very disciplined and, yeah, pulling back after all her punches. Third phase, second phase.
And as you can see from the highlights, it's one-way traffic here at the moment, and it's pretty much all Jensen. Jess Attitude Adams did get one significant punch through, but at the moment, Taylah Gentzen getting very comfortable. The corner, very happy with what she's doing at the moment. Jess Cashman, not too many instructions. Corey McConnell in there as well, former Olympian, and Mark Evans from Impact Boxing. So very experienced corner for Taylah Gentzen. Also Jess Attitude Adams. She's got Ben Sava and Viviana Ruiz. Viviana Ruiz, we're hopefully hearing she'll be fighting against Gabriela Fundora sometime next year. So big fights on the way there. Both girls very experienced at the moment. Jess has now had an attitude change, Jess Adams. She's starting to come through and really trying to impose here. She needs to change up something, because at the moment, Jensen is very comfortable. It's been a lot of one-way traffic.
Yeah, it has indeed. I'm sure her corner told her, you know, move forward, get something done. But look at Taylah Gentzen go. Beautiful combinations, great work.
Great to have you, Ted. And as you can see, Jensen, as we've been saying, getting comfortable. She's happy to punch in bunches. She's happy to fade out and then enter back into the fray, Ted. Seems like this is very much her fight at the moment.
Well, Taylah Gentzen is using the right strategy in this contest. You know, she's boxing from the outside. When she touches her, she's touching her with 3 or 4 shots, holding on when she needs to. She's basically just taking advantage and taking the lead.
And for the last 20 seconds, nothing from Jess Attitude Adams. Here she's trying to punch now into the pocket a little bit. This has been her most successful combination. That's better stuff from Jess Attitude, but again, Jensen just fires back and finds a home again for an overhand right. Now a bit of claret starting to come from the nose from Jess Adams.
Yeah, she's taking a lot of shots. Another big one there as well.
The corner's screaming now.
This looks
Ben
brutal.
Sava.
Looks brutal, Mariah.
Jensen now starting to tee off to the body and up high. What are you seeing here, Mariah Turner?
It just seems Jensen's really in a flow state now. She's just, nothing is phasing her. She's really starting to open up and show her classy boxing skills.
Great little shot from Jess Attitude Adams, gets in there. Both girls happy to trade leather. Ted, great opening bout on Stan's socials as we get warmed up for the pay-per-view, which I implore everybody to make sure you check that code. Make sure you get on and order the pay-per-view, because it's going to be an absolutely cracking card. Ted, the highlights.
Here we see the highlights. Both girls going at it, but basically Jensen taking the advantage. She took a couple of shots on the inside, but she landed the biggest shots. And there you go, a big right hand there coming from Taylah Gentzen. And just combination punching, taking the lead. On the unofficial scorecard, I have it 4 rounds to zip for Taylah Gentzen. She's boxing really, really well tonight.
Great opening bout on our socials before the people at home have to scan that QR code to get the pay-per-view. The main event, Opetaia versus Cinkara for the IBF and Ring Magazine Cruiserweight World titles. This one, an absolutely star-studded undercard, packed from top to bottom. But this, a great opening bout for our socials here on Stan. Again, round start exactly the same, Ted. Jess, straight to the middle of the ring, but Taylah Gentzen knows that she can hit her whenever she feels like it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Adams is doing really well. She comes up with the right purpose, the right structure, and you know, and then she gets combination punches coming back. What are your thoughts on this, Maria?
Yeah, Jess comes out really well with her jab. I'd love to see her just stick behind the jab more, double the jab, triple the jab, jab high, jab low. She really needs to just start making Taylah think differently at this point in the fight.
Jess Attitude Adams not using any of that reach that she's got to her advantage either. She just hasn't seemed comfortable in this fight. Jensen doing it quite easily, which is surprising because both girls have done so many rounds together.
Yeah, it's it's very much one-way traffic in this fight as far as the points are concerned. She's winning the rounds. Taylah Gentzen winning the rounds comfortably.
Another great overhand right, Ted. Just getting in, finding a home over a lazy left hand there, and it's still sitting low. She needs a high guard.
Yeah, she does indeed. She does indeed. You know, Adams is moving forward nicely. She's got purpose, there's no doubt about that. But Jensen, what she's doing is she's setting her up, she's counter-punching, she's leading off, she's retreating off her lead, which is really nice.
Yeah, the cleaner work definitely coming from Jensen at the moment. Mariah, have you done rounds with any of these girls or seen rounds with them previously?
Yeah, I did. Jess was pretty much my main sparring partner for my last fight. Really good rounds with her. So she's strong, tough, persistent, just keeps coming at you.
Girls happy to trade through the back part of the fourth round here. Again, another overhand right from Jensen getting through.
Yeah, this one's a very competitive round, this particular one.
The highlights, Ted, as we can see.
Yeah, we can see Adams moving quite well through this round. Jensen's still boxing well on the retreat, but I think this is the round where Adams got a bit more success, landed a few more shots, but Jensen looking really good, even through the fact that she was taking some shots from the outside. There you see Adams pushing back, moving forward for the majority of the time. Very entertaining fight, very entertaining.
Ben Sava very animated in the corner for Jess Attitude Adams. John Watson, the referee, keeping a close eye on Jess Adams at the moment. She has taken a bit of punishment, but she's still in this fight. Very experienced is John Watson at the moment. Jess Adams 3-3-1 on her record. Taylah Gentzen 7-1. Round 5 about to get underway. Ted, is there any saving this for Adams, or does she need a miracle, an overhand right to land?
Well, miracles do happen in boxing, it's a fitting word, but look, what she's doing now, she's doing well, but Jensen just seems ready and seems really, really, you know, adept to the moving from the outside. The outside combinations are working really well for her.
Yeah, she's very comfortable with Jess Attitude Adams' power at the moment is Taylah Gentzen. Ben Sava imploring Adams to push the pace.
Yeah, and from what I can see, Mariah, Jensen just looks more relaxed. Her legs, her body just looks more chilled.
Yeah, she's making use of the whole ring very well, which is really nice to see.
Great overhand right from Jess Adams there. Ben Sava very happy with that.
Yeah, it was a beautiful shot by Adams.
She's going to need a few more of those to get back into this fight. Very much one-way traffic at the moment.
Yeah, I agree, Rob. As far as the points are concerned, it's one-way traffic. But as far as the competitive shots are concerned, it's actually quite a competitive fight. It's just that Jensen's doing a bit more.
Higher work rate, cleaner shots at the moment. Jensen
exactly
just imposed herself in this fight from the opening bell. And again,
oh, beautiful.
Happy to lean and use her chest to upper body weight just to give herself a little bit of distance, then opens up nice for a lead hook right hand combination again, and she loves that combination. Now rolling out from the left hand to the other side is Jensen. Very comfortable. She sees the action aplenty. Happy to trade leather here. Adams just struggling to stay in this fight at the moment as she goes to the body, but she's on the back foot. John Watson now moving in close.
Yeah, what I like about Jensen is she's filling the gaps really well. So when there's a break, Jensen normally starts back first. Good round.
Great round of boxing here.
Yeah, girls going at it, man. They're looking really good. Jensen pushing back in this particular exchange, but Adams generally pushing Jensen back, and Jensen working well, jabbing well on the retreat, coming back with combination punches and occasionally throwing that big right hand. As we can see, she's trying to land right there. But a very competitive fight from both girls.
Yeah, the work rate is high, and yeah, it's especially for two girls that are quite tall and long.
Yeah.
You know, the work rate on the inside is just something you would see in shorter fighters.
Yeah.
We're just trying to listen in on the red corner here as Ben Sava implores Jess Adams to try something, do her, to dig deep, to believe in herself. This, the opening bout for our Stan Socials before we head on over to the pay-per-view. Scan the QR code, get in quick because it's a star-studded, action-packed undercard culminating in our main event between Jai Opetaia and Hussein Cinkara as the girls now start to dirty box a little bit in the clinch and dig deep.
Got a dirty box. I mean, Jensen's punches are looking shorter, smoother, sharper, and punching in bunches with a bit more power. But I tell you what, Adams is really fit, and that's what's keeping her in there.
Much more polished performance from Taylah Gentzen as opposed to when we saw against Shauna Brown earlier this year on the Opetaia Squayo undercard.
That was a great fight and very close. I believe it was a split decision loss, but she's obviously learned from that and come back really strong. I'm really impressed with this performance, actually, from both girls, especially Jensen.
What are you liking from Jensen at the moment, Mariah?
Just her class, you know, she's really starting to come on here in the later rounds, show her boxing prowess, and yeah, she's, you know, comfortable on the inside, the outside, making use of the whole ring, so it's really great to see.
Oh, Jensen has been relentless, Ted.
Yeah, absolutely. She has. I mean, the good thing is when they're clinching on the inside, she's working. You know, she's touching the body, sneaking in the left hooks, looking at, taking a half a step back there and trying to get the big right hand. It's quite classy stuff. I enjoy it.
Johnny Watson telling the girls, keep the head out of it, keep it clean. Great right hand from Adams. Sneaking over the top there on Jensen.
Adams taking a sneaky look at the clock there.
Oh, shots are plenty from both girls.
Good shot from Adams on the inside.
Crowd starting to build here. Gold Coast Convention Centre.
Credit to the toughness of Adams. She's a warrior.
Wow.
Amazing.
Action aplenty to finish out the round. 2-minute rounds going very quickly here. 8th coming along.
Yeah, we can see here the girls pushing back. Jensen pushing there, trying to touch the body. But Adams using her strength and ring generalship to turn her and just to hit her there and push her back further. It's looking good, Mariah.
Yeah, she's very persistent, Jess Adams, isn't she? She's tough, just walks forward, she's taking all the shots.
Yeah, great work and great credit to Jessica Adams. This is where the long gym sessions really make a difference because she can hang in there through all this adversity. The corner must be happy with Jensen.
Yeah, Coach Jess Cashman, Mark Evans, Corey McConnell. Looking very calm and composed at the moment, their fighter. Listening to the game plan, listening to the instructions. And comes straight out firing.
Ooh,
lands
nice
another significant punch straight away. Just as Attitude Adams needed to really assert herself in this round. This is the 8th of 8, the final round. These girls have got us off to a great start, Ted.
Yeah, I was going to say, Rob, these rounds have gone really quick. I bet you wish they go quick for you like this, Mariah, when you're fighting, huh?
Well, yeah, that's true, but eight rounds, it does go really fast. 8 2-minute rounds, you know?
Yeah, true. It's 2 minutes, but I think it encourages that excitement, Rob, when you've only got 2 minutes to give it all.
It absolutely does. And Taylah Gentzen looks like she really wants to finish out this round, where Jess Adams feels like she's just trying to do enough to get through the clock.
Oh, nice body shot.
A lot of blood coming from the nose now of Adams. Viviana Ruiz very animated in the corner with Ben Sava, imploring their fighter just to believe, to dig deep, to make something happen. Oh,
beautiful work.
Jensen sees the punches well, adjusts and just counter punches at will. Look at that, measures beautifully, Ted. She's comfortable.
Yeah, setting her up for the big shots there, using the left hand as a rangefinder, coming home with a big right hand and just pushing her back now and really taking advantage to end the fight. Great work from both girls. Jensen still working, pushing, and Adams is still in there, man. She's a soldier.
Hanging on now is Adams. Jensen Happy to free the arms, use the chest to buy some distance, and then tees off against the ropes there. And now they've heard the bell. Final seconds. They're happy to bring it home. Jensen's going to be very happy with herself here.
Okay, heading up.
There we have it, Mariah Turner. Very interesting fight for Stan Socials before we go to the pay-per-view part of the card. Everyone at home needs to scan that code and get on board. This is a fight absolutely everybody is going to remember, and is what an undercard we have. But starting out right here on the Stan Socials, Jensen, look, you'd think she'd have to be getting the W here against Jess Attitude Adams.
Yeah, very classy fight from Taylah Gentzen. Jess Adams, very tough, very persistent. But yeah, you know, Taylah really showed her boxing skills, and yeah, she really made use of the ring, and I think that's what got her the win.
Yes, very dominant. Very one-sided fight from Jensen. But action aplenty from the girls. Jess Attitude Adams will come away from this a lot better. She'll learn, she'll make the adjustments. Cutman Steve Edwards just cleaning her up here.
I don't know. They just walked off.
Gloves starting to come off. Great opening bout here. Live on the socials before we go to the pay-per-view part of our card. Take us through these replays, Mariah.
Yeah, great work rate from both ladies. Taylah really managed to find a home for that overhand right. Jess didn't give up though, you know, really showed her toughness in there against a skilled opponent. Taylah also boxing in the amateurs as well as the pros.
We're about to throw up to our MC and ring announcer, Mr. Thomas Triber, to make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 2-minute rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Chris Condon scores it 79-73. Judge Sabrina Kerr scores it 78-74. And Judge Philip Holliday scores it 77-75, all for your winner by unanimous decision. Taylah Swifty Gentzen.
There we have it. Unanimous points decision goes to Jensen. You'd expect that. She was the much stronger fighter here on our opening bout on Stan Socials before we go to the pay-per-view part of our card. But great account from both girls here. They'll both come away the better from this. As we now head up to our hosts, Maria Rakowski and Ted Kofi.
What an absolutely incredible battle that was, and a massive indicator of the excitement that we have ahead. How did you find that fight sitting ringside?
Yeah, I mean, it was fantastic. Taylah Gentzen did really well, boxed beautifully, used her fitness, used her distance control, and really finalized the fight well. But Adams was so fit and so strong and did well to go over distance. I really enjoyed that one, Maria.
It was a definite convincing win from Taylah, but what a warrior Jessica is. Next, we have Austin Aokuso versus Emmanuel Danso. What can you tell me about this one?
Danzo is a tough guy. He's from Ghana, and he's very tough. He's here to win. But Austin Aokuso, beautiful. Started as a cruiserweight, came down to light heavyweight, and just boxes, just a really nice, smooth boxer. We're looking to see an impressive win from Aokuso, but looking to see an impressive win from Aokuso, but it's going to be a great and competitive fight once again.
I think Austin is 9-0 at the moment, and Emmanuel has had over 40 professional fights. So this is going to be the young slickster against experience. It's going to be an absolute war. Shall we have a look at the tail of the tape?
Indeed.
Austin Aokuso and Emmanuel Danso. It's 9 years, the senior in Danzo. A lot of reach for Aokuso, weight exactly the same. Watch that reach come into play and a big experience advantage to Danzo.
Let's continue, and first welcome to the ring, Emmanuel Danso.
Yeah, I'm going gradually to get used to it. I also don't want to go all the way. I'm tired.
Experience levels here. 46 fights for Danzo. Very experienced, a massive step up for Austin Aokuso. Danzo looking in great shape now as the crowd starts to build here at the convention centre. Little shuffle back, taking his time on his ring walk, really enjoying himself as he makes his way to the ring. Looking in good shape is the Ghana. Interesting way to move around the ring. Just testing the top ropes.
Very interesting way to move around the ring.
Not seen that before, Ted.
Well, just a 4-rounder, so you got to get every single advantage.
And now let's welcome to the ring, Austin Sugar-Free Aokuso.
Here he is, Austin Aokuso, making his ring walk, donning the cowboy hat, very much in theme with the Ring of Fire. Very comfortable, the Samoan now. Moving from cruiserweight down to light heavyweight. We recently saw him in against Ike from Pluto. Devastating stoppage there from Aokuso. Just on the cusp of really making a name for himself in this light heavyweight division. But skills are plenty out of him. What do you think of the hat, Ted?
Fantastic. Really suits him. It looks trim. It looks ready. You know, both guys look fit and a nice, relaxed ring entrance.
Yeah, very relaxed as he just acknowledges the commentary team. Aokuso called plenty of his fights before.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 4 rounds in the light heavyweight division. Brought to you by Tasman Fighters in association with Gold Star Promotions, along with their great sponsors. Experience Gold Coast, The Ring Magazine, Riyadh Season, and beautiful Samoa. The judges assigned are Chris Condon, Sabrina Kerr, and John Watson. Our referee in charge, third man in the ring, will be Paul Tapley. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing white with red and weighed in officially at 78.58 kilograms. A native of Accra, Ghana, he is now fighting out of Sydney, Australia, and has a professional record consisting of 36 wins, 10 defeats, with 30 of his 36 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Emmanuel Danso. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing purple with white and weighed in officially at 79.23 kilograms. Hailing from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, he is undefeated with 9 wins. 3 of his 9 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Austin Sugar-Free Aokuso.
Okay, fellas, let's back to go from the dressing room. So I want a good clean fight. Protect yourselves at all times and obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, good luck to both of you.
Here we have it, the second bout on Stand Socials. Austin Sugar-Free Aokuso in the blue corner, donning the white trunks with the purple trim. And Emmanuel Danso, the very experienced Ghanaian fighter, now calling Sydney home in the red trunks with the white trim. The Tornado, Paul Tapley, our third man in the ring, acknowledging the commentary team. He's ready to go. Aokuso, already happy to trade leather. The Ghanaian must believe it's early doors is his best chance, Ted.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Aokuso looks good, smooth, just sitting back in that southpaw stance. And Danzo has got that strong body, man. He's looking to land something meaningful.
Beautiful stuff from Aokuso already. Like we said, we saw him earlier in the year against Ike from Pluto. Put on an absolute boxing clinic, and he's getting it home
left
now.
Down there. Yeah, that
great
beautiful
stuff. The left hand's going home hard. The right hand hooking around behind a forward guard there on Danzo and finding a way to the body again. The right hand to the body. So Aokuso finding holes and taking advantage. The uppercut straight up the center. Ted, clinic in the first.
Beautiful clinic, man. He's only got 4 rounds, so he's not messing around, and he's really starting strong just a minute into the first round, and he's already landed some major significant shots.
Absolutely, he's looking very sharp, is Austin Aokuso. Oh, beautiful use of distance there as the Sydney-based fighter just marches forward, but look at this. Levels aplenty here from Aokuso.
Yeah,
punches in bunches, and he's finding a home, Ted.
Yeah, Danzo's got to slow Aokuso down. He's got to maybe grab him, slow the pace down a little bit, hit him hard to the body or something. But from Aokuso's perspective, just using his distance, his timing, working beautifully off the jab. Really nice.
Look at that footwork. Look at that distance control. The Tornado's in close now. He's seen some big shots come on. He's keeping an eye on Danzo.
Yeah, very comfortable, Aokuso.
Oh, great stuff from Aokuso right here in the neutral corner above the commentary team. His eyes in already. Must have thrown 100 punches in that first round, Ted.
Yeah, beautiful display of boxing. Very relaxed. You know, he's got that lovely jab. He's feinting. He's coming with that strong left hand from the back and punching in bunches. I mean, you can't fault that, really. It's pretty much a 10 out of 10 round. Great work here, just moving forward, putting that rangefinder out, putting the rangefinder out, getting Danzo to commit, and just doing the dance with him. It's really, really nice work.
Yeah, a little bit of matador work there from Aokuso. He's looking very comfortable, and a big step up in experience too. Danzo, 46 fights.
Yeah, that's a major difference. We can't really hear the corner, but I'm sure that Jeff Fraser's just saying to him, well done, keep doing what you're doing. This is a strong guy, but use your distance and your legs exactly the way you're doing it.
He's also got his stablemate, former Australian middleweight champion Xavier Fletcher in the corner as well with Austin Aokuso as he gets back on the jab from the southpaw position here. Southpaw, right hand forward. Orthodox with the left hand forward. Austin Aokuso, purple trunks with the white trim. Beautiful. Oh, finds the body beautifully.
Yeah. He's in absolute control. He's using that jab as his rangefinder, looking to throw them uppercuts, hooks to the body. He's pretty much showing every piece of his arsenal here.
Crowd starting to build here at the Gold Coast Convention Centre. This is the second fight on the socials. Before we go to the pay-per-view part of the card.
Yeah, Danzo needs to hold. He needs to hold and slow Aokuso down. He's taking too many free shots.
Austin showing his experience and the reach. Plenty of reach there, and he's using every centimetre as he finds a home to the body.
He does indeed, and Aokuso's keeping the range just perfect. And Danso's corners urging him to do a 1-2, a 1-2. But he's just got to work off the jab just to start with.
Yeah, he hasn't found any success here in the second or in the first. It was very much Aokuso one-way traffic in the first. And it looks like Aokuso now starting to get a leather of sweat on, so he's starting to warm up.
Yeah, what Danso's doing is reacting. He's fighting a very reactive fighting style, and that's not going to work well against Aokuso.
They mustn't have expected such good footwork and distance control from the taller man. Accompanying that with laser accuracy, great levels, and a big work rate here from Aokuso.
And power. Yeah. Yeah, well, Danso's just looking to load up too much, but Aokuso's got that great boxing acumen. He's seeing him when he tenses up and throws them big shots, so he's basically having his own way.
Notice the tornado circling in around towards Danzo to keep a good eye on him.
Yeah, man. The referee's in a perfect position, ready to jump in at any time. Oh, he rocked him with the right hand.
From Danzo. He's rocked Aokuso and put him on shaky legs. What a turnaround
what a
here.
Beautiful
Great
right hand.
overhand right. As Jeff Frazier starts to scream to his fighter.
Wow.
Great overhand right. There's some power there from the young Sydney sider.
That's why you love boxing. Anything can happen at any time.
It can indeed. That woke up Austin Aokuso. As he fires again from the southpaw position back to orthodox is Danzo. Aokuso ready to pour his will back on, but another right hand gets through from Danzo. He knows he can touch Aokuso now.
Yeah, he does, but I think he just cheesed Aokuso off. Oh, beautiful. Referee stopped it.
It goes flying from the left hand. Has he stopped or is the bell saved him? No, Paul Tapley waves it off. This contest is over. Massive left hand. The mouth guard went flying and Paul Tapley had seen enough. Aokuso's eyes nice and fresh too after that shot. He recovered well. That's a testament to his fitness.
Here you can see Aokuso moving forward. He was setting him up for this, even though it took a couple of big shots in between. And he's just using his rangefinder to let his big shots go. But there you see Danzo trying to throw that big punch in defense, not being successful. Aokuso keeping the range perfectly as he's done through the fight, working body and head, getting the most out of these limited 4 rounds, even though he only needed 2. And there was the shot where Danzo just threw the haymaker and it landed on the chin. Aokuso did the right thing there to hold. Really, really good fight.
Yeah, he was imposing his will, Austin Aokuso, but got a little bit too comfortable and caught an overhand right for his troubles.
Yeah, he did indeed.
Danzo breathing very heavy in the red corner there. Paul Tapley making the right decision. Fighter's safety, absolute paramount here in this great sport. Gold Coast Convention Centre, Stan Sports, Tasman Fighters, Opetaia versus Cinkara. This, the second opening bout on our Stan socials before we go live to the pay-per-view. The QR code on the screen there for you. Scan that and be part of history. The Ring of Fire, Opetaia versus Cinkara, with what many have talked about is the card of the year, the card of the decade, and some saying the card of Australian boxing history. Paul Tapley calling the fighters to centre ring to make this one official. We'll now hand it over to Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 2 minutes, 59 seconds of round number 2. Our referee in charge, Paul Tapley, stops the contest. Therefore, your winner by way of technical knockout and still undefeated, Austin Sugar-Free Aokuso.
Another great win there for Austin Sugar-Free Aokuso. He moves to 10-0 in the light heavyweight division, making weight quite easily and now making a home for himself there at the 79 kilos.
Yeah, that was very impressive. He looked really good and did everything right, Rob.
He did indeed, except he just left that left hand shy a little bit for an overhand right from Danzo. You can't afford to do that when you're moving up the ranks with more experienced fighters. But Danzo, 46 fights to his name. You'd expect that with that level of experience.
He took the punch well and continued throughout, so got the win. A very impressive one as well, to be fair.
Great to see Aokuso back in the ring under the bright lights here at the Gold Coast Convention Centre, and following fellow Samoan Jai Opetaia as we're looking to go to the main pay-per-view part of the card here. But a great fight there as we start to move now towards one of the most stacked cards of the year. Live on Stan Sports.